So I'm with Extruded Solutions, and today we'll be installing our Rock Block XL, which is a 7-inch model width. We also have a 4 1/4. 4 1/4 will fit all models that you would find in the U.S. domestic market, Canada, Mexico. We find the 7-inch we fit on mostly the trucks that are sold internationally or overseas. But the 7-inch seems to work across all vehicles as well. Mostly I've tested the 4 1/4, but today we're going to put the 7-inch on 2018 Chevy 1500. So I've already cleaned the surface, and I've also installed a tailgate seal with taper seal just on the sidewalls. And the reason why we're doing that is because of the possibility that this vehicle someday or somehow may get a truck cap or a tonneau cover. And if that's the case with the Rock Block, that will act as a tailgate gap cover, so you won't need a tailgate seal with taper seal for the gap here. Now this is sold as a combo kit, Rock Block with tailgate seal. The seal is about 5.5 feet, and your Rock Block again will go on the tailgate gap. So we'll install this. This particular install has ridges on the truck bed floor, so there's 2 ways to install. In this case, any types of vehicles, especially Chevy and GMCs with these ridges, we're going to install this from the center towards the sidewall. So what we'll do is lay this out. And we're going to find the middle of the seal, align that to the middle of the tailgate gap. Okay, and that's going to be your center spot, and that's how that'll flex fold down into that tailgate gap. It can also flex fold up, but down is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Now this piece that we had put on for the tailgate seal for the sidewalls, we may not need that any longer, but we can determine that after the Rock Block is in place. So now that we know that's center, we can measure that along here. Now it's best to mark this off here so that we know exactly how to align the seal straight, and that's easiest to do with some duct tape or masking tape as well. Some duct tape's pretty strong, so you may want to use masking tape. Follow that spot there. Now that we know that, we want to find this side as well. Okay, that's the center there. Now, extend the seal, and you want to find the center as close as possible of the truck bed and the Rock Block. Looks to be about right there. And then when the seal gets installed, we're going to adhere it from the center out. Maybe a couple pieces of tape just to make sure we stay on our line. Okay. No need to do this tape marking for this side, as we're going to install the one side at a time. Now that we have our seal aligned, we're going to add adhesion promoter, and we're going to add it along that area where the adhesive is going to be aligning. So we're just going to put it down all the way. Put the truck bed floor near each sidewall going upward, especially on Chevy and GMC, we're going to try to butt the rock block up against the tailgate seal on the sidewall. Let's see how that works. Okay, so again, equal distance on both sidewalls of with your excess rock block. Now we're going to come back here and get that started. Roll back your seal. Okay. Okay, and as you're putting this down, we want to press firmly. We'll come back again and wet this out even further. Wet out's a term that is meaning that the adhesive kind of melds into the substrate. In this case, we're using the ST1200, which is a really high quality 3M tape and works excellent for spray on bed liners. Also known as polyurethane. Okay, we're probably going to be trimming away right about here. We'll save that for later. Let's do the same for the other side. Roll up your seal. Keep along a straight line that you've marked with your tape. Once you've laid down your primer, you won't be able to lift this adhesive up now. So you need to get it right the first time. But if you've marked it, it works pretty easy. Okay, so we're going to come back through now and we're going to come back through and cut the excess off the sidewalls. So that can be marked also with some tape. So you have a fairly straight cutting line. We'll come back through and press this out, and when we get to the other side, we'll trim the excess from there. Now, one trick is a roller helps, but find that the head of a hammer works well as good, if not better. So you can kind of roll it along, and then for those edges, not a bad idea to put a little pressure that way. You can also use it this way as well. A couple different ways you can do it. Especially if your fingers start to get a little tight. So get that tucked into those ridges there. Away the other side. Let's get a straight piece of tape. We can use this one now. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so your truck bed forward side's in place. Now we're gonna install to the tailgate gap. Well, so that the tailgate gap folds in, in which case you've already aligned. So at this point we're installing to the tailgate itself. Same starting position from the center. So we'll keep it a bit taut, not too tight. This part's very easy. But don't forget to lay your adhesion promoter down. Okay, that tape is very forgiving. It can be lifted up as long as you don't have a adhesion promoter. So put your adhesion promoter down along that area right there. Back to where we're going. So there's going to be a slight ripple because of the ripples in the truck bed floor here. Won't affect the performance of the rock block, but you are just pulling fairly straight back. You'll feel a little tug on the ripples. Just work with that. It won't be too much of a offset. Just try to stay straight as possible. And then we get to the edge. You can see it looks like the piece that we had on to seal for the tailgate gap is no longer needed. So we'll take that off. Put that one down. So we can press this firmly out before we start on the other side. Again, with the spray-on bed liner, you're going to want to leave the tailgate open for 24 hours, and that way that adhesive will take a really good set. Cut piece from the tailgate seal. Okay, and we're going to press that really firm. You can always go back to using your hammer. This nice end right here works really good. Okay, we're going to test this once because we want to keep the tailgate seal open, or the tailgate open, so the adhesive on the seal sets. So we're just going to close it once and then open it back up, just make sure we get a nice seal going. Sometimes with the ripple and the liner, you tend to have a flex fold up in the middle, in which case to help that going, and this, you might want to push down a little bit, but this one looks fine. That's not going to impede anything here. If it should fold up, help that by pressing it into the tailgate gap, and that'll eventually take a set. The rubber will take a set after about 3 or 4 days with the tailgate closed. Okay. Truck's ready for a tonneau cover or a truck bed cap. Okay, we're going to open this up. I'm going to keep that tailgate open for 24 hours and let that adhesive take a nice set. That's it. That's complete seal for your tailgate, and it'll protect your cargo. If you have a truck cap and you want to keep out some of those fumes and dust and water and bugs while you're maybe sleeping in that thing, heard that's getting popular lately, then certainly that's something that will help. So again, this is the rock block with tailgate seal with taper seal, and if you have any questions, certainly give us a call or email us at info@extrudedsolutions.com, and appreciate you watching.